Alright, welcome to the Tribulation, day 234. It's January 3rd, 2012, 1/3/2012. Yesterday was 1/2/12, 12/12, and the world continues to fall into chaos. We're now officially in the year of the dragon, 2012. And of course, Revelations 12, that's what you read about, the dragon. So is there a correlation? Is all the 666 stuff just imaginary? Are all the numbers adding up? 1111, 666, 1212? Who knows? But it seems highly coincidental. You know, New Year's kind of came and went. No rapture as far as I could see, just the normal stuff, you know, thousands of birds dying, 20 tons of dead fish washing up in Norway, just the normal stuff. And of course extreme weather, flooding in Indonesia. In Norway they not only had the dead fish, but they had huge landslides in Trondheim, which I think kind of translates to the dragon. But in Germany, there's possibly another super volcano that's rumbling to life. It's underneath the Locher Sea near Bonn, Germany. And of course, volcanoes around the world are erupting. The sun, of course, continues with its high level of activity and looks to get to peak because it's kind of reaching the high point of an 11-year cycle. In Africa, in Sudan, they're saying there's a massive flood of refugees fleeing the country. You know, people going into the wilderness, 50,000 plus, you know, facing starvation and survival. You know, here in San Jose, we're having pretty nice weather. It's kind of foggy this morning, but the temperatures have been averaging like 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, kind of an average of 66 degrees, 666. You know, why is it in San Jose we have this perfect 66 degree average? I have no idea, and it's been holding for like a week or so now. Of course, on a global level, we got the economic and financial mess that's still coming at us. 2012 is going to be the year of austerity, the year of debt. Like, you know, everybody, whether it's Europe or the United States, everybody's still trying to figure out, hey, how do we pay for all the stuff that we can't afford? You know, Iran, I think they have nuclear capabilities, but everybody agrees they're on the verge of getting it. France is saying we need to have way tougher sanctions, but you know, sanctions on Iran at this point are, you know, worthless. You know, they're not going to stop them. So I think that's going to be one of the crucial events of 2012 is who confronts Iran, and if they actually get online, and if they do get online, do they follow through? In the year of the dragon, is somebody telling somebody, whether it's the Khamenei or the president over there, Mahmoud, that the time has come to launch, you know, the final jihad? You know, and I'm not like getting down on the Islamic world, but you know, there's more Muslims. There's like 4.2 billion. There's more of them in the world than any other religion right now, and you know, the vast majority of them kind of claim to be a peace-loving, moderate religion. Well, they need to step up and shut down the radical side of their religion, because like even in the Christian world, it was the same thing. You know, if you got, you know, whether it's Nazis or Ku Klux Klan people walking around doing evil things, saying they believe in Jesus, hey, bullshit, you shut that down. So same in the same in the Islamic world. But we're on the verge of kind of finding out, you know, the Islamic world, man, is huge. It wraps its tentacles around the world. You know, if you look at it spreading out, it's around the world now. But and then they talk about America trying to take over countries. Well, you know, if you look at it, the one thing that seems to be taking over countries is Islam. You know, and you know, Christianity spread across the world. But Christianity, I'd just say in the long run, they may convert people, you know, like a country or a nationality or a a nationality of people could have certain cultures and pagan religions or whatever, and maybe all that goes down the toilet when they become Christians, but I don't know that Christianity actually takes over. But I guess, other people could argue otherwise. But Islam, to me, tends to take over because they start insisting on their Sharia law, and, I don't know, to me, the Islamic countries, I don't see that they extend the full benefits and rights to all of humanity, like non-believers, people that aren't Muslim, Christians, Jews, whoever. So that's why, I don't know, like the spreading of Islam, I don't know, I'm not comfortable with it. But we're on the verge of seeing what it's all going to become, because we got, like Syria with Assad just massacring all sorts of people. We got Iran where they're a tyrannical force over their people. And then, of course, we got Libya and Egypt where our President Obama said, hey, don't worry, man, democracy's breaking out. It's going to be wonderful. Well, you know what, Libya right now, they're still killing each other. And Egypt is having its third election, and it definitely looks like the Islamic Brotherhood and whatnot is taking over the government, the lower house of parliament. And you know what, that's the way it should be, because the country is majority Islamic Muslim. But the real question will be, as they take power, will they be moderate and acceptable of other Christians and Jews and just non-believers, and set up a society where everybody can function? Or, will once again the Islamic traditions of Sharia law and persecuting everybody who's not a Muslim take a foothold and make Egypt a place where the only people that can go there are Muslims, in safety? We'll have to see. Maybe it's not as bad as I think, but I know me, I would not personally right now want to travel around these countries. I don't know. It doesn't just seem very safe. But we're going to see that in 2012 is what shape it all takes. The Arab Spring that started in 2011, that was born in 2011, you know what, will take its first giant baby steps in 2012. So we'll see how it shapes the world and world events. Hey, there's all sorts of other crazy disaster type stuff out there. The Fukushima disaster is still ongoing. So the tribulation continues. But I want to just say we can get through it. Keep the faith, think positive, make sure of where your values are, and as the world changes around us, be prepared to go with the flow, to adapt, not to get sucked into the machine. All right, peace out.